Well, Bridge of Sand, I think, well, it started off as my attempt to be completely genuine in what I wanted to do, to not restrict myself artistically or anything. Like, just have a project where I can do everything that I wanted to do, and like whatever I was interested in would pour into it. Um, but it's funny. Like, I have no resentment towards it, but it's becoming this kind of constrained project where it's strictly like experimental pop or rap, like fusion. But it's kind of what it's become, and that's fine to an extent. But I think in future I'm gonna make projects under that name that are just vastly different from one another. I feel like Bridge of Sand, especially when I'm performing, is has become like a character. Um, but and I guess this ties in, but the name came from like my own name. I don't know how many people know this. I haven't really explicitly said it, but like the bridge part comes from like a loose Latin translation of my first name, which is Travis, and the sand is like a typo for sound because I wanted to do Bridge of Sound at first and then didn't. I just wrote it by accident, but it works because it helps with the kind of naturalist nature of the music. But yeah, it's kind of like become this character, like this version of myself that I kind of maybe wish I could exemplify all the time in certain settings, but you just can't because that's kind of like society kind of boxes you into not really be that vocal all the time, or that's how I perceive it. Like I just don't like to be that vocal all the time. So Bridge of Sand performing, it's always like my way to just express whatever was happening in the weeks, days, months up until the performance, and to just expel it and let it be written free in front of however many people are viewing. It's funny, excuse me, like I don't really pay attention to how many people are watching. Um, I haven't played, obviously, I haven't really played for that many people up until this point, but I always kind of just get lost in the music, the surroundings, and I don't really pay attention to too much reactions. I would like to, because it would be nice to see like people. It's always nice to hear people's like reactions or like thoughts on the music, but at the same time, it's also just nice to perform and be there and be in the music. So yeah, Bridge of Sand is kind of like it's kind of like a separate me at this point, which I don't really like because that wasn't the intention. But yeah, it's pretty much another version of me. Yeah. With the record, I guess the main theme was to the idea of it was that I wanted to make a record that was a true expression of myself, a complete encapsulation of my soul, my being at this age. Or I made it when I was 19, but like 19, 20, like this period of my life. And a lot of it just has to do with myself, just navigating uh, how I perceive myself and navigating certain romantic like dealings or like that those type of dynamics and just dynamics with people. It's basically just another form of like documenting this period where I'm navigating through life pretty much like with a blindfold. Like I don't really like it's like some days you don't really feel like prepared for this life, you know what I mean? Like you don't feel a part of it in some ways. So the record is just my attempt to capture that like listlessness, I guess, that I hope to I'm slowly growing out of, um, because of the record and because of my newfound like appreciation for my abilities and like knowing that I'm actually like, oh yeah, I'm actually good at these things. Like I'm actually doing all right, and I'm not too slow at these things anymore. The last album that I came out with, um, Owl Eyes, is one that I almost resent because I thought that I had it like emotionally, like I thought that I had it down packed, but it was still just it just has this bravado that's not real. It just has this like feeling that's not real anymore. It encompasses a lot of feelings that just aren't real anymore. Um, but to answer the second part, it the whole my whole kind of discography, they don't really have central themes. Like I don't think about it too much. A lot of them are love songs. I'll say that. There's a lot of them that are just straight up like love songs. Some of them are good, and some of them are really silly in hindsight. Like I put way too much energy into some of the people that I wrote about. And then sometimes I write songs about people um, that are like meant to be dedications. I like those. I like dedicating. I like making songs and dedications to people, like whether that be lyrics or like if there's a certain sound that I think like if a certain friend or like person in my life heard it, they might recognize it. So it's like a dedication to them sonically. You know what I mean? I really love doing that. So yeah, I guess the main theme is just yeah, the main theme is like dedicating things that I love and like people that I love. Um, yeah, pretty much. It's all about giving back. That's like my biggest goal in this life is to give back whatever knowledge, whatever things that I may learn, whatever may transpire in whatever fashion, music, teaching, etc. That would I would be fine with that life. That's it. Yeah. Oh man, that's I mean, music has become like everything, really. It's become my pathway to learning about people. It's how I learn about different cultures. It's how obviously I express myself. It's like the biggest conduit in my life. Like I met every single one of my best friends in some rhyme or reason through music. Everyone that I care about, obviously except for like my family and people that I knew before, but like everyone up until like from like maybe grade 9 onwards, or no, grade 8 onwards, every single good person that I met in my life is because of music. I devote a lot of time to it all the time. I'm always listening to things. I write about it sometimes. I think about it all the time. It's just I've just formed this spiritual connection to it that is boundless to just like it's a commodity, it's a hobby, it's a thing to do, it's a thing to put on, it's a no, it's just in the bloodstream now. Like it's really like the one thing that I'm confident in myself and that I know things about that I understand completely without trying to sound corny or pretentious or any of these things. I genuinely know music and I'm confident in saying these things now. So it's just um it's really just reached everything. It's just the grand source of all the joy and like and to music to like listen to it during specific like emotional peaks or lows. It's it's a feeling unlike any other, man. It's like completely it's just so beautiful. Like I mean, a good example of this recent yesterday I went to see the band Mono play the post rock band. And I nearly cried, like I nearly teared up crying. It's very minimal rock music with build ups, like kind of these crescendo type things with guitars, and it's like rock music taken to its lightest and like light maximalism, I guess. But and it's repetitive, and it really just keep gets you in a trance that I was locked into, and I just kept thinking to myself, this is the greatest thing in the world. I need to do this with my life. So that was one of those moments that once again proved to me that like, yeah, it's just everything for real.